Welcome back everyone, my name's Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Disco Elysium. Where we left off last time, we had found the old man, the working woman's husband. We should go talk to her. She's just over here, still looking at books in the rain, which seems like a bad idea to me, but oh well. She's still searching for a book, her eyes wandering over the colorful grid of soft covers. Protect and serve, madame, I found your husband. She crosses her arms. God damn it, I told you already, my husband isn't missing. But you said you didn't know where he was. Actually, well, I found him nevertheless. I'm Dick Mullen. Very well then, where is he? She's getting impatient, her hands now picking on a random book cover. There, I point to the working class drunk down near the sea. Excuse me? She blinks. I don't follow. I found a working class drunk and I thought he might be yours. Right, because working class women come with alcoholic husbands. She glances over your shoulder towards the drunk. You know what? Remember what? Remember that what? Never ever say what. What? You were right. I do have an alcoholic husband, although not that one. Huh. Blam. Knew it. But you told me your husband's alright. I did, and he is. She takes a step back. He's also an alcoholic. So is he missing as well? No, he's not. Or maybe he is. I don't know. He's probably in the park or in Jamrock somewhere, drinking with his friends. She looks away. I haven't seen him for... well, to hell with him. She's completely forgotten about her books, staring blankly into the distance instead. Kim, is it just me, or do we have a missing person here? I wouldn't be so sure, he replies before turning to face the working-class woman. Ma'am, to be completely clear, do you want to report it to the police? Report what? He's just out drinking with his friends. I'm sure the police have better things to do than chase down some local goofballs. Not at all. The RCM is ready to chase down every goofball in town. We care about you. She sighs, but you detect a hint of gratitude and relief from her face. Alright, go ahead. Do you have any questions? What do you look like? She eyes you from head to toe. Honestly, not that different from you. So, let me guess, he's disco? Oh, thank God, no. She nearly begins to laugh. It hasn't come down to this yet. Why did you say your husband resembles me, then? Well, he's slightly chubby. I see. What else? What else? He was wearing a dark brown leather jacket with a bright blue inner lining. The lining is hand-sewn. I made it myself. She adds, or she sighs, her voice slightly quivering when she adds, it's his cool jacket. God knows it's too cold to run around in this, but he refuses to change. I even tried throwing it away once, but he dug it out of the bin. Can you believe it? She looks back at you, shaking her head. Well, if the jacket is really that cool, then I can totally understand. Well, what can you do? I hope that at least the extra lining helps keep him warm at night. I wouldn't like him to catch cold. When did you last see him? Yesterday morning, he went to the library. Her eyes become cold with recollection. He went to retrieve my book, and he promised he'd walk straight back home. Because we're talking about this, we talked about not wandering off again. She scoffs. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do with his addiction. It makes me feel weak. Gone for around 36 hours then. Damn, this is a missing persons case. She turns away from you in an attempt to recover. I think I caught it. Thanks. So you're gonna look for him? Yeah, I'll bring him back home to you. Thank you. You sense a gratitude in her voice. Please do. Even though I'm sure he'll return home by himself, I'm still sure of that. I'm sure he will too. When he does, would you let Precinct 57 Kim Kitsuragi know? He gives her a slip of paper. The woman takes it. It's a phone number. I will, of course, officer. As I said, it's probably nothing. You were right, I am a cockatoo. Excuse me? I went up and read on them, just like you said. I even decided on what kind of cockatoo I am. Want to know? I don't know. The most talkative one? She's ready to put that question aside. No, I'm the funeral cockatoo. The what now? The funeral cockatoo is the most depressing one. The woman looks baffled by your personal revelation. You truly are one strange cop, aren't you? She says, slowly shaking her head. Alright, the wind brings a strand of hair to her rough face. I have a strange cop offering to find my stupid husband. What a day. Alright, thanks. I'm gonna find your husband at some point, hopefully. I also have some water with me, sorry. My throat is extremely sore today. I don't suppose it's you.
Oh, I have really outdone myself.
He takes a bite of his sandwich.
Divine.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat ass of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
Rude.
René, it's the little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Oh, hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
No, I don't really want to talk to you about any of those. Maybe I do. Wait, what's this?
It is such a pleasure.
No, that's not what I wanted. There's a thing floating above my head. Oh no, did I lose it? No, it's right there. Stop. The spirited chirps and clicks of swallows fill the air. Also, there's something down here. Can I do it from up here? Oh, right, I remember what we were doing. We're going down to find the lady's... Or, I guess the lady, yeah. Her passport thing. Although there is a bunch of things to find here. You hear the distant squall of seabirds. There's also $2 here. That's some good money. What's this? A splatter of bullet holes lines the wall. The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname. Kim, look, bullet holes. Where? He looks around. I point to the chips in the wall. Someone has been shot. We're cops. We should solve it. There, he looks to the wall. Those are old. Oh, you mean from like the Revolution? Yeah, the one that happened half a century ago, he blinks. Those bullets were fired during the Revolution and do not warrant an investigation by officers of civil law. What can you tell me about the Revolution? Not much. I don't have a fresh perspective on it. Shall we go? Well, fine then. Maybe I wanted to know about the Revolution. I'm taking this bottle with me. Now, if I were... What's this? This coin... Oh, it's a viewer, right. We can vandalize it. This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible. Poor little viewer, I pat it. The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic. What's inside? A thick layer of graffito covers the lens as you spell out the words ONCU written on the other side with N and C scribbled backwards. Shift your focus to the background. Under the graffito, a sea of blue and greys appears. Behind the water lies a coast, studded with concrete, and reads, on it a church on stilts, lanky, weather-worn, wooden planks, and an X-shaped cross topping its tower. You know this to be the star of Parnassus, or the Chiro, the strange symbol of Paracarnassian Church, a star, a great moral height to be strived towards. The church looks old and weather-worn. There's no lights in the windows. Around the large wooden building, you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach, and a small tent set up on the ice. Vandalism, shake my head. Probably some kids. The lieutenant inspects the raid slot. It's Kuno, obviously. Who else would it be but that little... Someone just should have put him down. There's no future there that I can see that makes him a good person. Okay, so we need to find... Or I want to find. I guess we don't need to. Who are these people? None of them I can talk to, so it doesn't matter. What's this box do? A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wire dangling from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. Let's pull the lever. You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the contact pins, you hear a loud thunk. Then the water lock starts moving. Oh, we can maybe go across. That's pretty fancy. We have somewhere new to go. Nice. Alright, the lieutenant looks across the canal. We can go to the coast now. Expect rugged terrain and drunks. And if you wanted to forge that document for Everard, now you can. Alright, well we made it across at least. We have $4, so we're actually going to need to go to the pawn shop today. Radio relay hums with electricity. So we can actually sleep somewhere tonight. What's this? There's clearly things to loot around here. We have traffic beyond the gate, more abandoned motor lorries. What's this? The sign says no entry. Someone scribbled an inverted star over it. Or on it. Ooh, there's some biker sunnies. +1 empathy, -1 logic. They're Jamrock sunnies. We'll maybe put them on later if we need to. A breaker box to power the radio pylon above you. Maybe there's something inside. Maybe there is. 90 cents. Ahead, decades-old concrete defenses. Children played on them now. I'm just going to stick close to the shore until we find... What happened to that car? Banged up fuel canister. It's worth $3.62. Damn. Alright, what is this? Actually, first of all, let's go do this. A bottle drained of all its booze is frozen to the ice. This is it. The scene of the party. The fire pit, the cigarettes, the empty bottles all evidence it. Hold up. Don't you mean the scene of the crime? Not as such. I'm talking about what came after, the party scene. Yeah, sure does look like a lot of folks partied here. Looks like they were here while, judging from all the Yeah, it looks like they were here a while, judging from all the bottles. The sunken motor carriage provided them a focal point like a goose ice sculpture or a chocolate fountain. Hey Kim, looks like we have a couple partygoers here. Looks like it. This was some kind of theater to them, a circus production by a great clown. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses. Hey, let's keep moving, detective. I think he thinks I'm insane. A banged-up motor carriage lies half-submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the insular Indian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and engine remain visible. It must be cold and lonely down there in the icy water. The seawater has already started to corrode the metalworks. A carriage in the sea, where did this come from? My guess is that it started its journey from the plaza or backed through the fence. Let's investigate, Kim. I agree, the lieutenant replies, a curious look in his eyes. We should definitely investigate. You get a sudden sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, cold water. What is the make of this MC? Can I see the logo? The logo is too deep in the murky water, you can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by. How long has it been here? The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. He leans forward to peek into the cold water. My guess it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday? The estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on Sunday evening. I run my hand over the cold metal. The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists. A single day in the salty seawater would ruin most vehicles, but this one looks worn even in places the salt water hasn't touched it. What should we do? Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside. How long will it take for the low tide to come in? I don't know, an hour or two, tops? Let's sit on the swing and wait for the tide to recede, because apparently we can't go anywhere else. As you sit down in the rusty old playground, the world around you becomes very silent. The hinges creak under your weight, dangerously so. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea. I whistle a tune. The tune on your lips forms a strange yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance, then, still looking straight ahead, he joins you with a higher-pitched and slightly more melodic trill. Two birds on a wire, whistling by the seaside, looking at the water and a sunken car. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion. Would you rather sit on an anthill for an hour or stand in a river of leeches? Well, the lieutenant rubs his chin. Historically, leeches have been used to prevent and cure many ailments. Okay, he's thinking, I can do this, let's do this. Who would want to sit on an anthill? There are no therapeutic benefits to. Well, napalm ants, for example, are used in some rites of passage rituals. Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing keeps on climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes past. If you have to side with either the strikers or the shipping company, who would you choose? Luckily, I'm already a member of an independent organization, and therefore do not have to choose between a rock and a hard place. I understand. You're saying you would side with the Union. Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass. Can you make out the mark now? Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd that you haven't. It's a Kyrieru Model 40. He turns his eyes to you. Yeah, why haven't you? It's a simple and rugged machine favored by working men, government offices. He pauses to think. Firefighters, animal control, you know those kind of people. I squint my eyes and say, is that a number on the side? Yeah, 41. What do you think it stands for? I hate guessing. District something, a precinct, something municipal. Rub your temples, you're getting a horrible headache. A precinct, yes, he tilts his head and continues in a soft voice. A police precinct. Precinct 41. Your precinct. A massive pit opens up in your stomach and the most terrible feeling comes over you. No, just nope. Say no to this, Harry. Oh my god, it's mine. I drove my car into the sea? I'm afraid yes. It looks like you drove your police motor carriage into the sea after you jumped across the canal. I can still fix it. That is very unlikely, the lieutenant replies with a sigh. All the electronics are toast. That goes for the electromagnetic steering and the brake systems as well. You'll be lucky to find one undamaged component in there. He shakes his head. In a few months, there'll be nothing left but rust to this vehicle. It'll be cheaper to buy a new one. Well, not cheaper. The motor carriage costs 40,000 real. But in the long run, it still makes more sense to buy a new machine than try and refurbish this. People are going to be angry with me, aren't they? In Precinct 41. Let's face it, this is a substantial loss to your district's budget. He avoids your gaze now. I mean, my station's only got 4 other vehicles in addition to my Kanima. They're not going to take me back after this, are they? People are more valuable than machines. He's trying to cheer you up now. Training a police officer is even more costly. The badge, the gun, and now this. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses but doesn't say anything. There is also a fourth thing you've lost. A fourth thing? More precious than the gun, the badge, and the motor carriage combined. Lost forever in the deepest of seas. Maybe I was in pursuit of someone. Of whom? The lieutenant looks skeptical. I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk. Probably? Tried definitely. How do we get it out? Detective. He says, almost gently, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point. So it's just going to be there like that? I'm afraid it will have to be there for like that for many years. He looks around. Look at it. Parts of it might be salvageable, but overall this machine is a write-off. Things were going so well. We were just whistling merrily. You can still whistle, the lieutenant says with a smile. Besides, the night is always darkest before the dawn. Well, let's see what's in there now. Maybe my badge is in there. I mean, my gun I sold, so... Well, yes, let's go take a look. Okay. Let's go take a look indeed. My poor car. Wait, why can't I get to it? Maybe the pathing is just messed up. Let's go around the cart to here. Oh, there's the thing. The ice just off the coast crackles, shifting. RCM badge. There's our badge. LTN2JFR de Bois. And my jacket. I'm a commander? RCM commander's jacket. Esprit de corps and Esprit, maybe? Visual calculus. But I can't talk to Kim about it, so apparently he doesn't care. I care, though. Let's interact with this thing. A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Looks like some seaweed is stuck to the back. I found my badge. At least something good came out of this. The lieutenant glances at the badge in your hand. Study the badge. Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and in the lower right corner your precinct. Now look at the photo. The man keeps winking at you with his green-gray eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that. How old? 8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good-looking. He's got a nice haircut, and it's distinctly lacking in massive sideburns. He's winking. Why? Why do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression. Although it looks grotesque on him, looks less grotesque on him than it did on you. It looks like you had quite the charming face way back then. Your hair is brown and slightly curly. Your eyes seem more clear somehow. The lack of alcohol swelling is a bonus, although there's a pinch of that in your cheeks already. Don't be fooled. The bad times have already begun. And the badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see the lines of information, a shining watermark. Name Harrier de Bois. Harrier, that's long for Harry. So you are Harry, he thinks. Everett was half right. Perhaps not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you were Harry de Bois didn't. Strange. It doesn't say Raphael Ambrosis Costio. Not strange at all. Your name is Harrier de Bois, like it says on your police badge. Wait, what kind of name is Harrier? It's a wartime name, revolutionary. The kind mothers give to their sons during troubled times, like Undying or Boxer or Ironhide. A name like armor. Harrier de Bois it is then. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Harrier de Bois. Rank LTN, Lieutenant 2JFR. Lieutenant Double Yefreiter? What's a Lieutenant Double Yefreiter? The Lieutenant is a rank above Sergeant and below Captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I'm a Lieutenant, and a Double Yefreiter? The title of Yefreiter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to the higher rank, in your case Captain. The Lieutenant explains, you've declined twice, thus your Double Yefreiter. Declined? There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above in your station's decompatage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors out of respect. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank, in your case Lieutenant. What's a decomptage? Decomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol citizens' militia. It means counting down to twos. The countdown is modeled after the dual leadership system employed by the left during the Revolution, which in turn was developed by last century experimental psychologists in the University of Königstein. The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers, and then there are patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, and then a captain. That's basically it except for a few kinks. What kinks? Kinks like satellite officers and the additional Yefreiter rank, as I already explained. The long and short of it is, you're his superior. So you've been putting up with all my bullshit because I'm your superior? No, I've been putting up with you because, despite an unconventional approach, you're doing good police work. It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. He smiles encouragingly. And now we've even found your badge. He trusts you. For now, don't try and spoil it. Turn back to the document. Serial Rev... blah blah blah. That's just the serial number. Revachol Jamrock Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure. Date of issue, the 7th of November 50. 4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant Double Yefreiter. New badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then. The case created a lot of edge. You have to take it off, or you have to take off. The death march really gets us going. A lot can happen in 4 months, especially in winter. The winters are never easy on you, of that you are sure. Precinct 41? Yeah, it's the designation of your precinct. 41, like mine says 57th. 57th is mostly industrial harbor, a lot of asphalt. The 41st is, he stops. What? It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is. But then again, he faint smile, it's a legendary district and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdayaeva, Roberts, Furak, Dimitri, sorry. Suddenly names from your decompotage flash before your forebrain. He knew all these people, although they're not from his station. They must be big. And you? Is it an honor to work with you? Don't ask him. Ask yourself. I put the badge away. Alright, so we have a badge. We know who we are. We took a morale hit. We also have a nice jacket. It's better than what we're wearing, though. +1 drama and electrochemistry. I think I like that one more, in all honesty. Although we might look more presentable with the other version. But let's move on. We got through the car stuff. Footprints in the snow. They lead away from the accident. Seems the walker is either very confused or drunk out of his mind. Yes. Both. Dinner said this boat has recently been tarred. Oh, good. Means it's a usable boat, I guess. Okay, go up the stairs. I understand where I'm going now. A wedding stone, worn and covered in rust. White curtains have been drawn shut, no looking in. There's some pants. +1 to Kingdom of Conscience. But I would lose electrochemistry. You see dust-covered linens, dried tulips on a bed. More bricks, cinder blocks charred, a makeshift fire pit with magazines for lighting. Sounds of life in the north. A washboard scrums filth from fabric. Oh, I missed something there. Through the broken glass, dusty shelves, and a forgotten chair. I can go down this way, though. I think there's stairs here. Oh, I didn't miss this. We didn't come up this way. There's a boat tucked away underneath a tarpaulin cover. And we found a bottle. And there's a door to go in. What is in this little shack? A chair. A lone chair? You see a dark red chair in the dim light of the room. A cold breeze is enough to make the wall planks creak. There is a postcard, Coal City 01. And a tie, +2 drama. Do we have any drama checks that we haven't succeeded at yet? We should check that. Once we're in this other screen, we'll just quickly take a look. We have rhetoric we haven't done. We have lots we haven't done. Physical instrument. We need way more physical instrument skill. Oh, hang on. Before we go too far. We are internalizing the data birth generator. Yes. I love these little thought bubbles. Alright, we're at $6.48 worth of Fisherman's Shacks currently. There's a bench here. The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench don't look overly comforting. The lieutenant looks down the street. We can sit on the benches after we solve the murder. Let's go. You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone. Got it. I understand. There's some sort of object in this house. This is such a bleak existence. Construction material. Whoever planned to build this house left in a hurry. More money and some magnesium, which gives +1 morale. There's 2 kids here. Possibly less annoying than the other kids. We're not going to talk to anyone quite yet. We're just looking around first. The street sign is illegible below the graffito. Hard to see the details. The colors, all warm and welcoming, are cozy though. A flower trough where nothing really grows. Maybe in spring. It feels safe and warm in here, not like outside. Well, I could have just broken into this child's house. Industrial coal pellets burn with an orange glow. I stole the taxidermy because I actually have no idea why I stole the taxidermy. Also, we still have... Do we have skill points? No, we don't. Why did it say we had one? Weird. We're much more intellecty than anything else currently. Although we really do need to get more physical instrument, but we only have a maximum of 2 points in it. Which is really terrible, actually. But eventually we're going to have to break down that door at some point. We'll talk to that girl later. It's on our list of things to do. We're going to talk to a lot of people next video, I think. But we're just going to explore the town a little bit first. Or the shack area. I don't know if it's really considered a town. 50 cents. This door is locked tight. And you can't see into the house from this angle. Inside you hear the cozy sound of some kind of heater sputtering. There's another person to talk to here, and something. What is this? What are these doing in the fish? What are these? Oh. The planks creak beneath your weight. The ladder leads to a school of fish swimming in the kelp. What's in the bucket? A bottle. Fancy. The boat is flowing freely in the water unmoored. We're at $9 now. We've actually made a bunch of money here. We can almost afford to sleep one more night. So we're currently... Where are we? We're just on this dock, so we're like over here-ish. Sort of in this area at the moment. There's a whole bunch of people just chilling out inside cement pipe things. The bushes are too thick and thorny to pass through. Okay. So we have to talk to all of them. I'm just going to kind of breeze past them for the second, though. What's that? Rust-eaten letters read Mazut, or Mazut. A retire of motor carriage adorns these reeds. There's something here. We need to get to the other side. I'm trying to find this thing that we're supposed to find. Looking back at you from the rust-colored water, you... Wait, take a longer look at yourself, and how you're reflected in that slick chemical rainbow. What do you see? Metaphor, it's always metaphor. Some kind of metaphor for me? This is more important than you. That's the blood of industry you see before you, the runoff from Coal City, further down the coast. The engines of fortune once roared there. Great wealth poured into Revachol, the delta, as did smoke, waste, sickness, life. What happened? The engine stopped at the west. A Revacholian industrial base was dismantled after the war. Now extinguished coke furnaces dot the landscape, a landscape despoiled by industry. There's a serious dereliction of duty in this cleanup. Perhaps you could dedicate your life to cleaning it up, but you're a cop. You must concern yourself with different messes. Even so, it's pretty to think. Well, that's not what I was hoping for, but let's continue on. I want that girl's passport. Oh, we have a thing. A kick drum pulse. The music is coming from somewhere on the ice. A school of fish huddle around the fence post, then scatter in the dark. Before you a drawbridge, it can only be lowered from the other side. So we need to get to the other side somehow. Unfortunate. Full of holes. Could the post hide treasure? Look inside. Nosefed. So we found some drugs. Some money. Some more money. More money. More drugs. In this case, magnesium. Oh, my game kind of lagged there for a sec. Weird. I need to restart my computer. It's been a while, for sure. Come on, let me loot this thing. 90 more cents. Or 90 more real cents. Whatever. So there was nothing there. This is the church, I believe. You feel the shadow of a very large building fall on you. We can actually go in there, but we're not going to yet. Dusty pews in the shadows. Many seem to be missing. There's also money over here. 0.47 real. An altar shrouded in dark or something like that. It's too dark to tell. And finally, The sign reads St. Brun, 1147. I've been all up and down this coast and I still haven't found anything related to this girl's... Why did it autosave? That's worrying. There's also some sort of bunker here. The rusty gears used to turn the whole machine. The building before you housed the engine must have been a big one. The chain trails off into the ocean to who knows where. The barrel has been recently discarded. It still smells of oil. So we've kind of walked along most of the coast, I think. There's actually a lot of area in this game that I didn't realize. Cigarette butts cleaned away under a rock. Brand Tiomotri. Take a mental note. Tiomotri. Seems important somehow. Someone's made a campfire here not long ago. What's this? A rusted and broken control box for the radio relay tower. This ladder is too rusty to climb. The sea air has eaten away at it. This relay tower coordinates boat traffic in the bay. Barely. Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower. I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freether. I don't see a person taking a shot from here and hitting something there. He looks east over the coast in the whirling in rags. What about the cigarette butts? Those? He points to them. A smoking assailant who favors Tiomotri to Astra or Drunin? Cigarette butts are everywhere. This is a common brand for old men. Tiomotri was a Revisholian colony on Ilmara. The suzerainity's population was mostly Ilmaran Aeropagites, up to 97%. The region was well known for its tobacco export, hence the name. I want to know a lot more about this. Oh boy, do you. The butts you saw had a silhouette of a boy wearing a kofia hat, a tobacco picker. The boy is the Tiomotri brand logo. Contemporary Revisholians prefer Druin, a local blend from the southern islands, or Astra, the legendary cigarette from Grad. Tiomotri is favored by old men who like old-fashioned paper filter tips, insane amounts of tar, and the sweet smells of colonialism in the Helva. Maybe the campfire is used by the perpetrator to warm his hands before pulling a trigger, perhaps, but anyone could have made this. The coast is speckled with fires this time of year. He looks around. Truthfully, this seems like a poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out B double prime, was it? Maybe the assailant climbed the comms tower and took the shot there. It's not possible to climb that ladder, and even if it were, why? There's no platform up there to aim from. The lieutenant looks up, raising his collar. I look over the water to the whirling in rags. There, 1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, through a thick snowstorm, melting flake by flake in the waves, you see the smallest rectangle barely visible. A glowing light on the third floor of the whirling in rags. With binoculars, you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass, her limbs long and slender. Smoking, drinking, being happy and elated. Without you. Because you're here, freezing in the wind, aren't you? Doing your detective work. Finished thought. So, not here. I found a scarf. And something. Tiny inlets here off in the far distance where the posts trail something. Alright, we're at 33 minutes. We're going to call it here. We still haven't found that girl's passport area thing, but we'll keep looking around and we'll go talk to people in the next video. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you all next time. Take care.